Hi, I just had to make a video today because I was so happy when I saw all the comments on my last video, the Nikon D5 friend for life. I woke up and I had 11, I think it was 11 comments, which doesn't sound a lot, but for a small channel, it's a lot of comments for me, and it made me a little bit emotional, I gotta say. I was like so happy. I was just grinning. I was like, 11 comments already. I only put this video out yesterday, and it was so lovely to read all of your comments, and I just wanted to say thank you. And I also want to talk about the D800 a little bit because I kind of feel like I kind of feel like I've done that when I talk about my cameras. And obviously I love the D5 so much, and I loved my D3. I kind of feel like I maybe sometimes do the D800 a little bit of an injustice, and I just wanted to put that right, really. I've got my D800 right here. No, I have just, no, hold on. That's looking backwards, but I've just found a setting to set the video so that when it saves, it will flip it. So I am looking at the Nikon sign and it says it backwards, but I believe that when I stop recording, you will be able to see Nikon the right way. I just wanted to say that because it just looks so terrible if it's the wrong way round. So this is sort of testing out, really. So hopefully you'll be able to see the camera the right way round as I've changed the setting. So, right. Oh, I hope you can't see the state of that lens. Oh my life. John would be so cross. It needs a little wipe. And also, this is the lens that is a little bit scratched as well. But I was at a wedding once, right? Shooting a wedding, and I didn't take the lens cap off, and I went to take a photo of a group of lads, and they all laughed at me. And ever since that day, I've never put a lens cap on any of my lenses. What I've done instead is I've got skylight filters on most of my lenses just to protect them. I know I shouldn't care, but it was so embarrassing. So yeah, skylight filter over the lens, and then obviously if anything hits the lens and scratches it, it would obviously scratch the filter but not your lens. So that's what I've done, but I haven't got one on this lens. Anyway, I digress. The D800. Yeah, right. So I just want to talk about this. And I think reflecting on it, right, I think what it is, and I have spoke about this before, so sorry if I'm repeating myself. The D3, right? Obviously, as you all know, because I've told you loads of times, I was a single parent. I'd saved up for central heating, right? Because all I had in the house that I bought was a dodgy, I think it was a gas heater. Yeah, it was like, it wasn't dodgy, right? But it was a bit blinky or something. So I had one heater downstairs and one heater upstairs. And I'd bought this like really sort of old house that needed doing up. And and then it was just my son and I. So I'd saved up £3,000 for central heating. And then I borrowed John Bigglestone's D3, and I was like, I'm not getting central heating, I'm getting a D3, and I'll just borrow lenses and it'll be fine. And right, but guess what? After that, I found out that I was eligible for the central heating grant for single parents. So I ended up with central heating anyway. What a blessing. Can you imagine if I'd have spent that money that I'd saved up on the central heating and then found out that I could have got it, you know. They did the installation as well at the same time. Amazing. Anyway, right, so I got my D3 under those circumstances. So I'd worked hard for the money. I'd obviously invested in myself, invested in my business. It was so exciting to get the D3 because I bought it brand new. John had had one, so I'd enjoyed his D3, borrowing it at a motorbike race. And it was just like a really buzzy feeling, you know, it was such a buzzy feeling having the D3. As you know, with the D5, it was gifted so generously to me at a very difficult time in my life last year. And for that reason, again, it's just got a lovely, warm feeling about picking up that camera. And thank you so much for all your comments. It's ace that you're here on the journey with me. I really appreciate it. So it's got a warm fuzzy feeling with the D5. It really has. It feels like a play camera for me. You know, to me, the D3 was gotta support my son, gotta support us, gotta set this business up, gotta do it. And like I always say, I loved it, absolutely loved it. Wouldn't change anything about my business that I set up, Memories it was called, with the D3, and I was shooting weddings, events, families, you know, you name it, whatever I could get my hands on, I was shooting it, right? The D5 feels like time to express my love for photography in any way that I can that feels fun, right? That's my intention with the D5, and that's what I've done so far with the D5. Adventures are coming. Stay tuned. The D800, right? I bought the D800 because I had a wedding booked, right? That I didn't want to do. I had my D3, but I really felt like I needed a backup camera at this wedding, and I was worrying about it. So I was like, oh, I better get a camera. John likes the D800. He's shot me in the studio a few times with his D800 and he absolutely loved it. And he was always talking about how amazing, like he was blown away by the resolution of the D800. He was absolutely blown away. I remember, I can see it now. I can still see it in my mind's eye. We're in the studio and he's got his D800 set up on this big, like he had one of these stands that was like a tripod, but it was like a heavy duty, you know, everything John did, he did it and some, you know, he had all the kit, he had everything. And this stand was like this great big long thing that went up, you know, goodness knows how far. And he mounted the camera on the side of it, and it had wheels so he could wheel it all around. Amazing for like your neck and back and everything, like when you're working in the studio. It was ideal for that. And so he could wheel it all around, and he had this thing where the camera was mounted to this big pole, this post thing, and then you could raise it up and down really easily as well. And turn it, and it was just amazing, this thing. It was really good. It's better than like hoiking a tripod around because it was on wheels and it was just really smooth. So I can still see him now, right? And he's doing I think he was shooting me at the time. We're in the studio and he takes a shot and he's looking, and he's got it tethered, right? So he's got it on his screen next to his camera. And he just starts screaming with excitement, absolutely screaming with excitement about the resolution of the D800. You know, and I guess what I'm saying is he was doing what he loved. He was photographing me. He was just having fun with the D800. He was so excited about it, right? So excited. And he bought that camera because he just wanted it. You know, he was just excited about the D800. So he bought it because he was excited to try the D800 with all of that amazing resolution. And he loved it, right? So when I bought it because I booked this wedding and I was a bit like, oh, I need another camera. Oh, I'll get a D800 because John loves his, right? That's my extent of making a decision on which camera to buy, you know? But it didn't have the same excitement for me because I'd bought it for that reason. Do you see? So I feel like I've done it in a bit of an injustice, and I feel like my lack of love for the D800 is nothing to do with the camera that it is and what it can do. I think it just goes back to the situation that I was in when I bought it. And it was money that I didn't really want to spend. It was a job that I didn't really want to do, but I thought I better. So me and the D800 never got off to that flying start of love at first sight, you know? And I'm starting to think about it now, like reading your comments as well, just reading you guys, how like some of you are like, oh, I still love my D700 and my D3, and it's just ace reading about all the cameras that you guys have got. And yeah, it just got me thinking about the D800, and I think maybe I should take it out somewhere and just get to know it a little bit, you know, and just bond with the D800 on just a fun adventure, you know, just doing some landscape photography, because I think with the extra resolution of the D800, it's amazing, obviously, for landscape photography. So yeah, I was feeling a little bit guilty because I know I haven't really bigged this camera up much, and I just wanted to say that's why. It is an amazing piece of kit. I think I've always loved, there's something about like the D3 and the D8, D5, like look at the size difference, you know, there's something about how just crazy solid that feels. Is it a clean lens? I think so. Yeah, so it's just like how big and solid that feels. I don't know, there's something awesome about that. But at the same time, I do struggle with my neck and my back. So the D800 is actually a really nice size to just bumble around with, and I think I should get to know it a little bit better under fun circumstances rather than shooting a wedding. What do you reckon? I'm going to do it. You and me, we're going to get to know each other, okay? It's all good. But I'm not leaving the D5 behind. I just can't. It's amazing, this camera. And I've still got so much to get to know about it. I still haven't really like explored all these function buttons. I just pick it up and use it like I did the D3 really. And then I just enjoy looking at the results and seeing that extra sharpness as I was talking about in my previous video. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say really. I just wanted to touch base with you because honestly, the support that I have in the comments, it really gets me right there sometimes, you know, it makes me feel all warm inside. So thank you guys. I'm looking forward to stuff now. I'm really looking forward to getting out with the cameras. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Right, so I've been doing a short a day for ages, and I've literally, I'm going to put this out as a video in a few days because otherwise it's going to just be out of time. But I've scheduled videos up until I think it's like the 5th of June, right? So, and one of them, so just to give a little short each day, right? But one of them I was talking about where would you go on an adventure? And was it somebody said the Norfolk coast? No, somebody said Yorkshire. Somebody, I think it was the Norfolk coast up there above London, east, right? I'm pretty sure it was the Norfolk coast. Honestly, you guys have inspired me so much because I just put out there wondering where you guys would go. And I hadn't really thought about where I wanted to go. When I have an opportunity to just hit the road with my camera, which I'm really looking forward to doing. I feel like it's coming soon, right? Please. And now, reading your comments, I'm like, oh yeah, I could go there. Oh, they've recommended that place. Oh, they think that's nice. So I'm just feeling even more excited now after reading your comments. So yeah, the coast, I'm sure it's the Norfolk coast that one of you said up there. That is now on my list. So thank you. And Yorkshire. I've been through Yorkshire when I went to when I was going away last year or the year before. So, but yeah, anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for all your contributions and your ideas, because I'm going to take them all into account when I create this next little project that I'm going to be doing all around photography, getting out and about, bit of adventure, and just, yeah, hitting the road. So maybe I'll start with the Norfolk coast. Who can tell? Who can tell? But I'm feeling really inspired. And it's down to you guys that I am feeling so motivated to carry on with my YouTube channel. Because if it wasn't for you supporting me, you know, honestly, I would have given up probably ages ago, you know, because it is so slow. It's felt so slow, but you've made it worth it. So thank you. I will see you all soon. Bye.